Welcome back to episode 6 of Console RPG. This episode we're actually not going to do much. We're just going to do a couple little fixes and actually cleaning up the code. So we're going to add some header files and making the code less messy, because right now it is pretty dreadful. So let's get right into it. First things first, right click on your actual solution file, we'll add a new item, we'll add a header file. Just call it headers for now. That's absolutely fine. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm going to keep it as headers for me. And what a header file is basically it's a best way to explain it is it's like a text. For example, say you have a notepad and it has hello in it, and then you have your main file down here. What will happen when the solution gets compiled is this hello, the header file for example, will actually just get copied straight into the top of the main file before the main file gets compiled first. So this hello will literally get copied, and then it will get placed, and then it will get copied right to here. So hopefully that explains header files a little bit to you. They are a lot more complicated than that, but for now that is absolutely what they do, and that is all you really need to know. So in the header file, we'll just delete this. We're going to actually come back into the main file. We're going to take all the includes, we're going to rip them out, and we're going to paste them right here. Just put the space there, close that up, and we're going to save it. The pragma once here is necessary because we don't want the header file to copy an infinite amount of time, so the pragma once will only make it copy one time in the header file. We can put a different guard, and we might actually do that later, but the pragma once is good for now. So with that, you can see how we're getting errors now in our strings and our couts. That's because we don't have the IO stream and the include string anymore. So to fix that, you just go #include header.h, header.h, and that will fix all of those issues, as you can tell. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to remove that, and we're going to go #include character.h, which we will create right now. So go up top here, right click, add, go add classes. You can add them separately if you want. I'm just going to do it this way because it'll be faster. Character, so you type it there, it's going to create a characters.h file and a characters.cpp file. We'll go OK. So now we've got two more files. We're going to delete this one. It's a destructor. We don't need it. We'll move this one too. Save. And then in our characters header file, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we are literally just going to rip out all of this. We're going to place it straight into the characters header file. Oh, wrong one, sorry. The characters header file in the public section. Just like that. And then up top here, we're going to include the header. Include header.h, and that will fix the string issue, which is great. We're going to remove the assignings. So we don't need the equals 0, which is the assignment for the integers and the strings. We don't need that, so we'll just remove it. And there we go. and then we're going to create another class down here called void character creation. And one more thing, actually, we need to go back over to header, and we need to add a hash include vectors. We've been using array, which comes from the IO stream, I believe. I could be wrong. For player race, and we don't want to use that anymore. It's not necessary. We'll go to a vector instead. So we go back over to the character.h. We'll add that, and then we need to change this to a vector, and then we need to go std string player race. Do that. Do that, and just grab all of this. Grab it all. Copy. Come over to the character, just so we don't lose it. You don't want to lose it. That will be horrible because you're typing it all back out again. And then change this one back to a string, just like that, with an equal sign. There we go. So the vector's good. It's working. Actually, you don't need the string at all. You just need to go play a race, just like that. 1 second, what's going on? Just like that. There we go. And then in the character.cpp file, we'll add the name. So we want to reassign everything that we just unassigned. We want to reassign it. It's not necessary, but it's always good practice to reassign everything before you give it the correct sign. So actually, we're going to need to assign all the integer values as well. And I deleted it all, so I'm going to have to hand type it. Being very slow. I'm using my second monitor, which is a smaller monitor for the recording, so it makes it so I have to look off to the side. I might try and change that and hopefully be able to record still in a decent recording pixel. My main monitor is quite large, so that's why I have to do it. Alright, so we added all those. So the character H class right now, this is done. This is all we need in the character H class, which is great. So this is a constructor, and then we add the strings, the new vector, the integers, and the method. You can add more methods in here, which we will be doing later on in the series. We'll be adding like a calculator for the damage and all the extra stuff, how much damage the player takes possibly, and we'll be building a creatures class as well. I'll be changing that, probably not in this episode, but definitely in the next episode. So come back over to the Charactercpp. Once those are done, we need to start building the method, which is character creation. Open it up. Okay, and basically come over here, grab everything all the way down to the HUD here, Control X to remove it all from the main. That looks much neater, and then paste it straight in. So we're going to get some breaks, like the counter for example. So I also fixed the counter, so we'll just add an int counter 0 there. Come back down to the counter. We want to do a equal sign here, so is less than or equal to counter, which it is equal at that time of the for loop, which it will be 0, and then you go counter plus plus down bottom here, which will just plus the counter up, and then we do a break. in the last if statement, because we don't want it to keep going infinitely. So we just break out of it when we hit the last if statement, and that should be right. And also add a system clear up top here. Alright, so that's good. Sets all that up nice and neat in the basic character creation. So that's the CPP file and the character H done. Now in the main we're going to actually have a fair few breaks, which we just have to go over and fix right now. We can reset this counter to 0, which we will be using later in our other functions, just not for now. What we want to do is we want to do a declaration called character. You can shorten this, make it longer, it's completely up to you. And then we come down to the HUD, you can see all the breaks now. So what we need to do is, because the main file doesn't know where name is coming from, it's coming from H and CPP. We've included the H, so it will grab this value, which will grab this one from here, and then it'll put it back in here. And that's why we have the constructor, so we can actually access that. So what you do is you go character dot, and then it will access the name. So just grab the character dot and then paste it onto each one. There's just a few that we need to fix up. We will be moving most of these functions into their own little area. So like the monster as well will be moving into its own file. And then once the monster's in its own file, it makes it easier to view and to change, as this is object oriented programming. Each one of these files is an object, and we're making it more user friendly for us to code in, instead of having to search around through through one big long file. It just makes it much quicker. So I'm just going to quickly do all these. Got to make sure I get them all. There are a fair few areas that we use it in. So level up, monster HUD, heal, level, total health, heal, total health is done, heal. We will definitely be looking at the health system soon as well, and the combat system probably in the next episode after we build the creature creation. There's a couple total healths up there that I missed. Hopefully that's all of them. Let's just close that. Yeah, apologies, it's taken a while. I should do a cut, but I'm nearly done anyway now, so no real point. Nearly done. So yeah, just make sure you get them all. It doesn't matter if you don't get them all. When you go to test the program, it will tell you that you have an error. So they're very easy to fix. What happened? I just deleted my line. Interesting. It copied the line without even me copying the line. Paste. Yep. And then just this one. There's one right there. And now we'll just quickly test it, make sure that we got them all. It looks like I didn't, so I'm missing some stuff. You don't like something? Right. You should be removed. That's why you don't like being there. Yep, that should be removed. Try again. Find the errors. That was in the .h file as well. The brackets with the elf name and everything. So we're having a small issue. Oh, right. So in the main file now, just up top, in the actual main part here, you want to go character, lowercase, character creation, which calls the function for the character creation. And now we'll try that again. Bring it over here. So the character creation seems to be working. We'll just make sure. Creating the character, and it worked. So, and our fixes from last episode worked as well. We got a health of 80, so that worked. Let's just try the combat out. We found a demon, which we keep seeming to find always a demon at first. The XP worked, which is great, and the level ups worked. So let's see if I can find another one. Another demon. It always seems to go 20, 22, and then we should hit a dwarf next. Yep, we hit a dwarf, which will be 80. Oh no, 1. And then I think it's another dwarf afterwards, which will have like 80 health. Yeah. So it's not random at all, and I have no idea why. But we will definitely fix that, and there's also the XP issue here. So we got to check to make sure that it isn't another XP level. We might just quickly fix that right now. So in here, we want to go. We literally just want to go. How should we do this? If I just remove the HUD here, and then recall the level up again, it'll come in here, check again, and then I could put the HUD down here. Yeah, I might do that. That's a very easy fix. Just call the level up again, and then it will come straight back in. And can I even call the level up again? Maybe if I spelled it right. Yeah, I could. So what it will do is it'll come in, it'll check if the character has a level up, come down, it'll do it again, and it'll character XP plus monster XP. You see that will actually cause an issue, because that will get, so we can't do it that way. Interesting. Alright, then let's just do this, and then we go, before we go to the HUD, we go if character.xp is greater than or equal to character, what am I doing, character.next level. See, we shouldn't do this, because we should be able to just, I feel cheaty doing this. I'm not gonna do this. There is a way to do this, and I'm being too lazy. So we might leave it for now, and I'll fix it first thing next episode. It will be the first thing we fix, and I'm going to start doing that now so I can get the next episode out as quick as possible for you guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like, subscribe, and definitely comment. I always want that feedback. I need it. It helps me to make sure that you guys are enjoying my episodes and enjoying the content that I'm giving you. If there is any issues with my voice, the volume, how I'm giving stuff, if I'm not explaining stuff correctly, definitely tell me, because I want to know. Anyway, have a good one. Goodbye.